What it do, what it do, what it do. It's your boy Big Val Opinion back with another live video. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that share button. And most importantly, make sure you sub to the channel. Turn on that post notification bell so that you be notified each and every time that your boy Big Val is going live, man. With that being said, let's get into this intro. Welcome to Big Val Opinion. Moderators, with my permission, any negativity in the chat should be hidden from this channel. This channel is a negativity-free channel.
And I just really want people to know I appreciate anybody that's helping me. I appreciate anybody that's helping me. A lot of people have been there for me. I just don't want people going back and forth, being mad at each other because one person did this for me and another person did that for me. That's what the devil wants. He wants to cause confusion. That's what these people want. They want to cause confusion. And confusion ain't gonna do nothing but keep me in here. But the real thing here. Lifetime, as far as quick on lifetime, as far as lifetime is concerned, there are real people, real women out here really being abused, really missing. They're really missing. They're really chained up in basements. I've been in here 4 years. I haven't seen one person that was ever chained up in a basement come forward for anything. But I tell you one thing, before Lifetime came out, I was minding my business. I was in the studio. I was working with celebrities. I had tours. But when Lifetime came out, all of that went away. Meaning, before Lifetime came out, I had no charges pending against me. Nobody had went to a radio station or had went to, a police station. It took a year to put together Lifetime. If all of the things they said I did on Lifetime were true, it only take a minute to go to a police station. But when there's a crime committed, you don't go make a movie on it. You go to the police station. Nobody had done that.
Good afternoon, everybody. Um, it's your boy Big Val Opinion. Back-to-back days. With another live video. Last night live got very interesting, man. And when I ended the live and laid down, just a lot of the stuff that we were talking about, I kept thinking about it. Pretty much I thought about it throughout the whole night. Just this whole ordeal with this this marriage certificate. Trying to understand, try to understand what is it or how could it, or is it even like how was it possible? Even though we know a lot of things are laid out right before us, we've heard from key witnesses who claim to have been direct witnesses of this situation. Um, to me, still, you know, it's one of those. I mean, a lot of stuff we talk about, right? We are talking about it from a spectator point of view, right? Because we are all spectators um we are all spectators when it comes to celebrities and how they live their life and what goes on in their life, their personal life. We only see what we see on stage or music video or so on social media. But we don't never get to see the inside of what goes on behind closed doors. So that makes spectators of these people's lives. Um, Understand that, come on, we all have opinions of situations that we feel went a certain way, could have went a certain way, maybe it happened a certain way. But I want all the people that follow, all the people that listen to understand a lot a lot of the things that you hear, especially on this platform, is people having an opinion or observation about a situation that they have looked into that they feel went a certain way. Um, I always say, like last night, I the more the better the understanding become. Because when you're having a conversation, there isn't a wrong thing to say or a right thing to say. You having a conversation and you putting ideas out there trying to form a conclusion of the best conclusion of what you think took place regarding a certain particular situation. Um so we've all heard about dealing when it comes to certificate. When it comes to this marriage certificate, we've heard all different things. So my thing is what I thought about last night, and as I thought about everything, just listening to everything, the process, all of this stuff. When you talk about marriage, divorce, you know, anything like that, it's a process. So for us to understand this certificate and the origins of the certificate, we must understand the process of what it takes. What does it take to initial process of getting married? We just can walk up into a church or a courthouse and say, "Hey, I want to get married. Come on, marry us." No, you have to have certain documentations. You have to have uh, you got to have important paperwork. When it comes to going and uh, getting married, and each individual state has its process of performing marriages and processing marriages as well. Hold on just a second. Let's see. I hear. I want y'all to listen to some. This is a audio of And you know, of course, they gonna ask her about marrying, arguing, the situation may be. But let's just listen to this little interview.
With a long list of upcoming premieres to dress for, we spent the day shopping in Manhattan with 18-year-old Aaliyah. First stop, Saks. Aaliyah is a veteran of the music scene. At 14, her premiere solo project, Age Ain't Nothing But a Number, achieved platinum status with hits back and forth. And At Your Best You Are Loved, which catapulted her to the top of the Miss R&B Diva list, thus paving the way for her recently released double platinum album, One in a Million. In today's music industry, where it is everything, Aaliyah mixes her sex appeal with a playful tomboy twist, creating a look
a lot of the fashion shows, a lot of the runway models, and see what's the next thing happening, and then intertwine that with what I'm doing. Image goes hand in hand with the music, and that's how people identify you. You know, they separate you knowing your music and knowing your style and your image. So that's why it takes me a while to put things together, especially if I'm doing a dressy thing rather than a sporty thing. Because what you see here is really me, the baggy jeans and skull caps and everything. So when I'm doing a dressy thing, I've got to still remain in my image. So it takes me a while to put something really good together that still looks like Aaliyah.
But there is a real difference between the catwalk and life.
Can you sit down in the jeans? Very elegant, sit down there. Just kind of stretch out. Just kind of stretch. You have to kind of slap. It's kind of be kind of cool. Can't sit up. Then when you're getting out of the chair, gotta kind of come up like that. Ready? Aaliyah. Uh-oh. Well, look at that. That coat is mad. I'm feeling the coat. The coat is off the rocker. This is a little different for me. I'm not liking the pants. Really? Actually, you know, it's cute, but it's you're still not there yet. Yeah, I'm there yet. That's what I think it's time for. I think it's time to go Nike Town. Nike Town. I really do. I do like the coat. I may have to snap the coat.
So we went looking for something a little more comfortable.
Okay, you're 18. You already went to your prom. Is it possible at all to have a relationship on the road? I would say it's possible. I just I don't have one right now. I don't have a boyfriend. And I can't say I'm really looking. I think it'll come along at the right time. I have a lot of friends, and when that guy comes along, I'll know it, he'll know it, and then it'll happen. But I am really busy with the career and the fact that I'm getting ready to go back to school, so I'll just see how it works out.
3 years ago, there was this terrible rumor out. What is the deal with you and R. Kelly? Are you all married or not?
No, I'm not married. Robert's doing his thing, I'm doing my thing. He's a great producer, a great artist who I do admire, and there's nothing there at all.
Oh, we are here.
This is my place
This is
in
the
New York.
final frontier.
I'm sorry, Aaliyah. These ones are really weird. No, let me tell you something. These, you get the right outfit with these. Thumbs up. The right outfit will be fly.
Last time I bought some shoes, they were the pumps. You know, remember?
Yup. Stop the madness. You have to.
Okay.
Well, we found some fun clothes, just nothing fit for a premiere.
I can get this. Which one you want, girl? I'll get it for
You
you.
cannot see the size and get that April.
Almost. What would you say the secret of life is?
Secret to life. Secret to
living.
life. To living is just being free, enjoying life. When you choose a career, it's got to be something you love, so that you want to get up and do it every day. And you know, you just have to love yourself, love what you do, so you can enjoy life.
Okay, so there we have it. You know, it is so crazy, right? Every time you see like most of these interviews of Aaliyah back then, you know, there was like one of the most asked questions. I mean, even with R. Kelly, is one of the most asked questions. Now you got people that's associated. They go and do interviews. The first question, you know, that's one of the main questions they ask. Well, did he do this or did he do that? You know, I don't understand it. Yeah. So let's see what we have here. Let's see what we have here. See what we can come up with here. Tripping. Okay. So what we have here is a Chicago, Illinois marriage process. They must. This is a they must. They must. You must fill out and sign a marriage license application. Have anyone seen the marriage license application? Have anyone seen the marriage license
Okay. So, y'all was able to view the document screen. Just give me a second. I'm gonna get the document up on. I'm gonna get it on the. I'm gonna get it on the StreamYard so we can go over this document. What up, bro? The link is in the chat, little Mac. All right. Now, y'all see the document that's on the screen right now. Okay. Now, this is the process when we talking about a marriage license. This is the marriage license process. And I want y'all to follow me as I go down this road. And we understand and bring more understanding to this situation. Like I say, last night conversation was great. I mean, last night conversation was good enough for me that I laid down and I thought about this all night. And I said, you know what? I got to come back tomorrow. You know, I said I was going to wait a few days. I was like, no, I got to come back tomorrow. You know, I need to come back tomorrow and bring, you know, and bring this while the conversation is where is it right now. So it speaks about the process of getting married. But as we travel this road that we're about to start going down, make sure y'all get to hit that like button, get the likes up. You know, I know this ain't no drama, it ain't no mess, so I don't expect a lot of people to be over here. But we gonna do what we do because this is what we do. What up, Unc? Good morning, good afternoon, Unc.
Good afternoon, nephew Big Vi. Blessings to every single individual that's represented, and happy Mother's Day to every lady that's in the chat. Blessings to everyone. I yield back, nephew.
Okay, so Unc, I'm gonna go down the road. I want you to follow me, and if I hit a bump too hard, make you spill your yak, let me know.
All right. All right. All right. All right.
I just want you to follow me because we always try and bring logic to the scene. You know, we
Right.
always try and bring logic to the scene. Because that's how we have to understand things. So it says, you must first, you say this, they must, this is speaking in general. That means anyone who's trying to get married in Chicago, period, Illinois, period, they must fill out and sign a marriage license application. Have the government yet presented a marriage license application?
Not that I recall.
No one have yet to see a marriage license application. What up, EJ? What up, Angela? So secondly, they say present valid identification with proof of age. Hold on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did Demetrius Smith not testify to the fact that they did get a public aid ID, but the issue with the public aid ID was still the problem in the beginning because the public aid ID did not have an age on it. And when they say a valid identification with proof of age, the only way you can show proof of age is if you have two forms of ID that support each other. So
What?
you would have a social security card and a driver's license that shows, picture, shows birth date, shows, it has information on there that they can scan to see your social. All of this line up with what's on this social security card. You either have a birth certificate and a social security card, you either have a passport and a ID, but you're going to have two forms of ID to prove your age.
Right.
But the issue here is we have a witness that testified in the case of R. Kelly saying that this public aid ID did not even show an age on it. So we have the second discrepancy, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it also, then you go down to 3. It say the marriage license fee is $60. Now, this is where Demetrius Smith come into play with the bribery. Now you have someone who understands that this marriage license fee is only $60. Here is an opportunity. So this was in the 90s. So they probably were down there at this time. They probably wasn't making a lot of money per hour. As a clerk, as a worker or whatever, you're not a judge or you don't hold no position. If you just someone that sit at the front desk, you probably wasn't making pretty much anything, probably, So Demetrius comes in. You remember he testified to getting the $500, and the $500 was to pay for the marriage license. So here you go, he gives someone the $500. $60 go in the draw for the marriage license. $440 in their pocket.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, even though you bought that marriage license, you still have problems on your hand because you can't skip step 1 and 2 and just start at 3.
Right. Yeah, I'm trying to remember, nephew. It's been a long time. Me and my ex-wife got married in '96. And she had, before she can even get an ID, state ID, we had to go to the clerk thing downtown in Davidson and get her a birth certificate first.
The long form. The long form birth certificate.
Yeah. So she had to get that first, and then with her social security card, then that was able to get her an ID.
There's 2 forms of ID.
Right. Then once she got her identification, now she got a birth certificate, she got a social security card, and she got Illinois State ID with the seal on it, Illinois State seal on it. And then that provided us to go through the application and get the certificate and all of that. And we both signed it, and then the judge signed his name down and everything, and they processed that. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. Now, as far as the fees and all of that, that was in '96. So I can't remember, but I was going to say, and maybe we can pull up later if you can do it. Is any changes? Because I don't know what kind of changes that they made from back in the mid '90s to up until now. I don't think it's that much changes, but with everything recently, they probably made some adjustments probably. So yeah, I'll yield back.
Okay. So the final step, it says applicants who have divorced must provide the date the divorce was finalized upon applying for a marriage license. Applicants who have divorced within the last 6 months must provide a certified copy of their divorce decree. So, now this is a good question. If anybody in the chat know, when did R. Kelly marry Drea?
Was it 90? It was 90. I think it was before I got married, I think. Just around there, somewhere around there.
He married Drea in 96. EJ said he married Drea in 96.
Yeah, okay. So he right. Yeah.
So when I looked up annulments and different things like that,
Right.
it say while marriage will be seen as invalid once the annulment is granted by the court, an annulment will still leave a paper trail since court filings are public records. Marriage license and other filings related to the marriage will still be available to the public. So now it's saying, but this. Now the question is this: even with this alleged annulment, whatever the situation may be, but the fact is, if you were ever married, you have to have some type of proof that you aren't in that marriage anymore in order to remarry.
Right, because I went through that process. I filed for the divorce and stuff. I had one of my Nigerian close partners walk me through that procedure and everything. It was a number of forms to fill out, man. Matter of fact, I think I still got that envelope with all the forms, the fees, all of that stuff, and paperwork. Then had to go before the judge and court and everything. They had to make some notation of certain stuff that I had acquired. Even though we weren't together during that period, but I was still legally married. So anything that I obtained during our separation, I still had to put that down, and then it was a waiting period after that, But then he made sure that the judge noted that she couldn't touch my retirement and some stuff in my bank account, stuff along to that, you know what I mean? And then my divorce was finalized and everything, and I got the receipts and the paperwork and everything. But it was a process. It was a process. I yield back.
Okay. What I'm saying is that annulment is when a marriage is declared as being invalid due to a defect, whereas a divorce legally dissolves a valid marriage. So if both legally end a marriage, what's the difference between the two? When a couple get divorced, their marriage will still be recorded, stating that they were previously married. When annulment occurs, it essentially a way to say that the couple marriage never even existed. While the marriage will still be seen as invalid once the annulment is granted by the court, an annulment will still leave a paper trail since court filings are public record. Marriage licenses and all other filings related to the marriage will still be made. So how if it still leaves a paper trail, how can you say it never happened? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, nephew. Juicy Love made an excellent point, and that is correct. There is no public old worker BS. Yeah, that was correct. They were doing that back then. So
we said that shit,
yeah.
Demetrius straight out bought a certificate that was already stamped and sealed.
Yeah.
He never went and got a public health ID. He never went and got none of that shit. He just went. Well, if you know you doing something illegal, why are you gonna go through all of that versus going straight to get what you need? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You got to help me. You got to help me think like a criminal mind. So,
You know what I'm saying? I'm
can
not
you?
finna go. I'm not finna go. I'm not finna go out my way to go. If I wanted to marry, I might well just go get the license, the
Right,
certificate.
right, right,
What am
right.
I finna go get an ID for? What am I finna go do all this shit for? And still, I'm finna
I,
still
yeah,
illegally
right. I don't
perform
need
a
none of that.
ceremony.
Right. I don't need none of this stuff. I can just get the marriage certificate and then I can forge it and put it together like I want to and present it. I don't need
Yeah,
none of that other stuff. That's what people on legit trying to do. That's what people that's legit. They need all this stuff. I don't need that stuff. I'm trying to get straight to the
yeah.
yeah.
But
That's
like Andrea said last night, 9 times out of 10, like David Orr, the clerk, he probably has like a notary up there, a stamp. So when people come, the secretary, she just stamping shit or whatever the situation may be. He just bought a certificate. That man bought a certificate, had it stamped. It was already stamped. And he just filled it out. That's why you see the writing on the certificate is all the same.
yeah, yeah. I looked at that again, nephew, for the really look close this time. And excuse me, nephew, Hammer Time Funk. Happy belated birthday. You made 57. Yeah, my 57th birthday coming in September. And my late brother, he would have been 57 this coming Monday, nephew. Uh,
Okay.
yeah, that's the one I told you we born in the same year,
Yeah.
on my dad's side. So yeah, so happy birthday. But yeah, nephew, that's yeah, that's wow, man. Yeah, hmm, wow,
And
man.
that came from Barry Hankinson because he was in them streets. They
Yeah,
knew the players that could get it done. Right, I agree. Happy belated too, Hammer Time Phone. Yeah,
yeah,
Barry them knew. Barry them knew all of this, man, because I feel like the way that they framed this shit up,
hmm,
if it did go down a certain way, I kind of feel like they try to make it seem like, oh, we can do a scene for a video shoot. We can
hmm,
make it like a scene or something, you know, for whatever the situation may be to make it appear to be something. But this
right,
is the thing with Barry and Demetrius.
hmm,
These guys had it out for this brother for some, I don't say for some reason. Once he cut the money off with them,
right.
they had it out for him. But
But
you
do
ain't gonna sit here. The government, come on, man. Now you see that this process is showing you. This process is telling you everything that you have to have to
right,
make this process happen.
right,
If you don't have this, if you don't have these documents, this process can't happen. And
right,
this is my issue that I'm trying to understand. How can you annul something if you didn't even have the proper paperwork to even
right,
process it?
right, 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 right.
That's the $1 million question for me. If you didn't have the marriage application, all of this shit have to be on file. When you go
Yep,
down there, you go to
yep,
the DMV or anything, they looking through your paperwork to make sure you got proof of insurance or
right,
registration, you got inspection. Okay. They making sure everything is in there that they need to see before they give you your tabs or your sticker, whatever the situation be. Even when
hmm,
you go get an ID, okay, birth certificate, social security card, okay, proof of residence, everything is there.
right, right,
All right, now we can file this certificate. You know what I'm saying? So when they
right,
go to file this certificate, even if no matter who handed in, if someone handed in, okay, oh, you don't have an application. Your application is missing. Your proof of age is missing. You see what I'm saying?
right.
We cannot file this without this paperwork. So my thing is, how can you annul something that couldn't even be filed according to what we understand?
Right. Right. Yeah, that never happened. Yeah, that never happened. And like you said a moment ago, if you're doing some fraudulent, you know, stuff, all you want is the finished product. You just want to get a copy of that doggone certificate, and then you can put it together. Like somebody said in the comment section back then, and I recall that back then it was easy to get a fake birth certificate, like, but to
Yeah.
go through the proper channels and have the seal on it from the court and the circumvention, you have to physically yourself go down and bring proof, and they had to look over your document that you provided for them. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's when we and my ex-wife did. We had to stand right at the counter. She had to fill that form out and get everything. There's a process before they put you know what I mean? So if you ain't gonna do that if you want some fraudulent stuff, because you finna get caught. You ain't on that. If you can get
Right.
around and get somebody to get you one of them fake certificates, that's all you got to get that. And then you can put that joker together and put it like that. And that's how I believe it went down. All that other stuff, they just fabricated that stuff.
And here you see on the stream, you see Nathan Edmonds, Elder Nathan Edmonds. This was the man who performed the ceremony.
Right.
This is what I was saying last night. Now, if Nathan Edmonds performed the ceremony, this is the thing I was trying to understand last night. Now it says Nathan Edmonds, this was who officiated the ceremony. But according to Cook County marriage certificates, the marriage license is filed. That means the marriage license is put on record with the Clerk Bureau of Vital Records after the marriage ceremony takes place. The officiant, meaning the pastor, who performed the ceremony,
right,
completes and signs the marriage license and returns it to the clerk office where it is recorded. So
right.
how did he testify that he gave the fucking certificate to Demetrius Smith? And if Demetrius Smith name is not where you see Nathan Edmonds' name at, Demetrius Smith can't even file his fucking certificate.
Unless he became a pastor 24 hours.
His name would have to, but his name would have to, it would have to say Demetrius Smith
Right,
on
right. I
the
got
certificate.
right. I just made a little joke.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I get what you're saying though. I'm more definitely picking up what you're putting down.
Right.
So
right.
if he testified to giving a certificate to Demetrius, how the fuck could it even get filed?
Yeah. It didn't. It was just to put this together to present it, and individuals that had a proper marriage certificate, marriage license, they
It
know
got
the.
filed. I'm gonna tell you how it got filed. That motherfucking certificate got sold to Vibe magazine. It never
Okay.
got filed in Cook County Clerk.
No. Red flag. All the red alarms would have went off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what it got. It
Hey,
didn't get filed. It got sold to Vibe
that's
magazine.
correct.
That's what happened. That's what happened.
Now,
That's
now,
my opinion, and I'm sticking to it.
now, nephew, from the depths of your soul, what type of individual mindset can be that hatred and jealousy? What type of thought process you got to have that the effect? You can pretty much dictate the effects of this. What you got to have in your soul for a person to do this? Because once you put this out, it's a wrap. And you got a lot of us in our community, nephew, they didn't probably ever really look at this. They didn't examine it. They didn't look at something. They just went. You follow where I'm going?
Right. But see, you got them type of people that's, they say the worst type of person is the motherfucker who right next to you that envy you. And he be with you every day. Your kids call him uncle. He calling your mama, calling your dad pops, calling your sister and bro. He look at your family, he like he related the whole time. He sizing you up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whole time he sizing you up.
Yeah. You got the vet.
These are the type of friendships that R. Kelly had. You got a lot of people sitting around watching him work, watching him have a success, watching the ladies gravitate to him, watching him just be able to do what he do. And at the same time, have you ever just paid attention to how many of these people talk about they had a career, but they shit never got off the ground?
Yeah.
So they place that resentment on R. Kelly as if it's he the reason why they shit didn't take off.
Yeah, that I don't. It's like nephew. Like people don't. They just want stuff handed to them, man. Nobody want to get up and put no work in. No, I don't. I'm sorry. I don't. I didn't come from that. I don't understand that. You are starved to death in this world, man. If that's the case, you are starved to death then. And then you turn around and feel some type of way, and you take your feelings, and they can go give you a story based on your feelings and turn it into a RICO and a federal indictment. Where the heck do they do that?
You see, the shit's so crazy, right? Even they say this shit, the government can unseal any fucking thing they want to unseal.
Yes.
If the annulment was under seal, why the fuck they haven't presented the annulment? Have anybody ever thought to question that? Yeah. If all of this shit is public record, that they say, even though it's an annulment, it's still public record of a marriage that took place. Why haven't they presented that?
Right.
Their argument is still about these bullshit certificates.
Right.
If I want to prove that something took place, why am I worried? This certificate don't mean shit. I'm gonna go get the annulment. That's more believable than the fucking certificate, right?
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
So last night, my biggest thing last night, I say, man, I just want to try and bring some type of understanding to this shit for us to just really break this shit down into the simplest form possible.
Yeah.
Because this shit ain't context at all. It's real simple to see. But they talk about it in a way to make you think like it's so much shit you got to put together. No, you don't. Once you understand the process, we already know what we done heard as far as the testimony go. Now, the process versus the testimony versus the paperwork, none of this shit matches.
Right.
Look at what Judah just said. The bride and groom don't sign the marriage license, period. Well, how about that? How about that? But see, these people, I think the government probably, I don't even say just the government, because there's a lot of people in the black community who has kept this narrative going for so long. Who has kept this narrative going for so long. And when you look at it, it's just like, hold on. Now, why is it when you go to the black community that people believe shit so, like I said, like we always speak about it, I always go to it. When you in the hood, everybody got who they like, right?
Right.
Oh man, shit, man, Unc got that brand new 2023 Tahoe. Man, he got them vote that thing clean, man. Unc nasty. But then shit, Big Vi come through in the 2023 Tahoe. Oh, that nigga hating, that nigga snitching. Oh, you know what I'm saying? Because people, they don't like me, but they
Right.
love Unc, but they don't like me. So I come through with the same SUV, but I get
Right.
talked about on a whole different level
Right.
because of the hatred that they have for me. And what we see with R. Kelly, all we seeing is the hatred that people have for R. Kelly when this man has done so much to help black people in general. And I'm not talking about people probably where he never helped. Look at how all these black singers, musicians who have been revived due to R. Kelly. Some of these motherfuckers one-hit wonders, man.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
And this man just to even be touchable, to even be reachable, to have the amount of success that he had in his career and still be available for the common person, like that speak volumes to who he was.
Yeah. And I think that has to change. And I think we all can take a note of that. You got to be careful who can have access to you and who can't. You know what I mean? Because
Right.
you got to vet people, and that's I even learned. And no disrespect to no one on both sides of my family too, but you got not a lot of us don't have the same heart and pure motive. You know what I mean? We still
Right.
in an unhealthy space in our life. And them individuals, you just got to just love them from a distance and just be watching because their mind is not there yet. You know what I mean? And there's no disrespect. They're not wicked people. They're just not mature and grown in them areas. And you got to be careful with that because that can be a harm to you in many ways. And to just let people just willingly just have access to you and just roam carefree. You don't never, it's like having a party and stuff and you got family members and relatives, and they bring a guest with them. You don't just let their guests just roam all in throughout your house just because they with your family member. You know what I mean?
Right.
You still gotta watch. You know, even certain family members. It's like when you have a party, you don't want them. They can come in the house, go in the restroom, or they can like sit in the living room, or the dining room, or the kitchen. But you're not letting them in your bedroom.
No, you gotta lock all the room doors in the house to make sure motherfucker don't get nowhere.
Right. You know what I'm saying? And you know, and yeah, you just got to be careful with that, man, because not everybody had the same good heart, man. People, you know.
Man, Judah, Juicy, man, y'all come on there. Let us see the marriage certificates, man. Come on the panel and let us see the marriage certificates. But we boiling it down to the point that we know that it's some bullshit. I wanna challenge the fact of the annulment shit. That's what I want to challenge. Because when I do the math, this math ain't mathing, man.
Right.
This math ain't mathing to me. When you think about, like you say, when you think about the process, we don't have no marriage application. We know that the IDs, the proof of age wasn't presented. Only thing we do know is that he paid an official, allegedly. But still in all, when you pay the official, how can you file this document without their application and the proof of age?
Who paid the official, right? You talking about Kels or Demetrius?
Nah, Demetrius Smith.
Oh yeah, all right.
What up, Dean? What up,
What
nephew?
Good afternoon, What up, I know I knocked out last night. I woke up in the middle of the night. I hear the fucking music from the thing playing. I'm like, it'd be on repeat. Like at the end, I'm like, oh, damn, I fell asleep. My fault, yeah.
Nah, you had your phone on mute, so.
Oh yeah. So what you call it?
Boy, Andre and Lil Mac, goddamn it.
What you said? What you said?
Boy, they was having a little tug of war, but it was all in good spirit though.
Yeah.
They pretty much were saying the same thing in different ways.
He said Andre and Lil Mac
I'll
having a
say, all I hear us say, hold on.
Nah.
That was getting to, I had to get on out of that. And I was like, wait a minute, man. Listen, I was feeling some type of way when I got up about that, man. I'm like, whoa. What the heck, man? Ain't nobody. We didn't win a whole different. What is this?
Well, I gotta watch that part. I gotta see that when I get off this. Nah.
I had to step
Hold
out of that.
I just want to say one thing. You see that boy LeBron James, man? I'm telling you.
Whatever. What? I ain't even get a chance to do that.
I'm telling you, y'all got to put up a statue of him in Chicago soon, man.
Man, please.
You being messy, not being.
Yeah. Hey, I already know, man, what it is, man. I already know what it comes down to. And I ain't gonna get all into it. I ain't gonna get into it. But
I'm
I
just
mean,
teasing you,
yeah, and I ain't hating. I'm not on none of that. But they trying to. They already. You can already see who they want the favorite to be to the time. You already see.
They laid out the red carpet for my boy, man.
You already see. But I was
I agree with you in that aspect. I say like this. They're gonna you got people gotta feel and realize at the end of the NBA is entertainment, is who you can sell. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
I tell you this.
Look at it. The Madison Square, I was supposed to say Madison Square Gardens. I'm from New York. I've never been a Knicks fan. But to see that New York generate and when you look at the top three franchises as far as worth is the Warriors, Lakers, and New York Knicks. And the Knicks been a losing culture for the last damn near 20 years. And just to see that they're worth so much, imagine if they could have get somebody like a LeBron James or Kevin Durant to go there. They're gonna try to milk as much money they could get out of it. Look at the Lakers look at the Lakers, for example. They're gonna milk this as much as they can. Why? Because LeBron generates so much money. I keep telling people, them owners don't care if they win championships or not. They care about how much money they can make. And they can see that the longer the Lakers is in the playoffs, what it's gonna bring? A bigger bag.
Yeah, they want the title. They want the chip though.
I'm not saying that, but we talking about. But when it comes to them owners,
yeah.
I feel it's the players, it's the GMs. They care more about the trips. But that owner, that man sitting in that seat, that man only care about how many billions of dollars you could bring or trillions of dollars that his team can bring to him.
Yeah.
I feel like this. Before I don't want to get too far off of what we get.
Right.
If he win a title this year, I feel like he gonna retire, man.
That's what I said too.
Think so?
That's it. That's what I said too.
Remember, he always said he wanted to play with his son.
You gonna go out on your back if you do that.
Yes.
You gonna go out. You ain't gonna go out looking like you. If you win a title this year, leave, man. Bad as you want to be there and do it with your son.
Right.
You come back to try to do it with your son, bro. You gonna go out. That shit don't work out like this, man. It don't work out like that.
So that will make number how many for him this year? He can win. It'll be 5. Yeah. He's probably trying to get Jordan record, but I don't know if he can be able to do that. Because when he's 38 now or 39.
38.
When would he be 39?
But this has been
December.
Got the scoring title this season. You get a ring this season. You get a Finals MVP this season. You retire, man. It ain't gonna get no better than this.
But you know, Voss, some of these guys got that Tom
He gonna
Brady
ball
greed.
like
That got
Tom
that
Brady.
Tom Brady greed. They win it, they just want to
Yeah,
keep going
What
back, keep going
If
back.
Jordan would have retired after his second repeat, I mean, he would have solidified himself even more, even though he was good. But
right.
he just wasted his time in Washington. You know, he
Yeah,
got some money. He would
Yeah.
got some money, but
I don't care what nobody said. Jordan could have kept the first three-peat, and he still was that dude. I don't care what nobody Jordan is just. I give it Jordan's 1A, and I would say LeBron is 1B to me. Like you can't knock Jordan off being that number one. But then me, like in my era, like I'm younger, I just love LeBron James, so I got to put him as that 1B.
It's a different
You know what
era.
I'm saying? That's why I say,
Different.
like when you speak to an older person, like you get what I'm saying, they love Michael Jackson. For my era, it was a R. Kelly and Chris Brown saga. Like you get what I'm saying? That's what I grew up more on.
Right. And it is his time, and for him to play at the caliber in the game that he's doing at that age when guys are normally down trying to just, gradually transition out of the league, for him to
Mm-hmm.
still be able to compete at that level and have the mentality and the stamina
Mm-hmm.
and put the devotion and the dedication in his work ethic, that says a lot, man. And carry a team like that speaks volumes, man. That's so he is due that. He is due that. He is due that.
go back to that. But see, the thing, and another thing, like with now in this era we're living in, with sports and science is way different. You know, medical science
Yeah.
is way different. How these guys coming back from these injuries like KD had, them injuries, there was career-ending injuries back in the
Right.
day. You know,
Right.
Yeah.
but now medical science has got so far advanced, and with somebody like LeBron James or Floyd Mayweather, Terrell Owens, James Harrison, those guys that's spending $1 million on their conditioning every year, like they gonna stay around, but you gonna hit that ceiling at some point, no matter how much you take care of your body. You know,
Facts, of course.
the league is getting faster. You know, it's getting up and down. You know, it ain't that what we accustomed to seeing. Like it has been transitioning to that fast pace over the last couple of years. But it was just my opinion. If I got a scoring title this season, if I can somehow get a championship and get a Finals MVP, I made my 19th All NBA team. Shit, man, I gotta hang them up.
Mm-hmm. I ain't mad at you. I kind of like when now that you're speaking of it, it sound good, and I could agree if you could win it and then just walk away like that. But I know how much he want to play with his son. That's the only reason why I don't think he's gonna walk away.
Then
Remember
if
his
the son get an injury, then what?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
count for
now, of
you
course.
know,
Yeah. I'm with nephew Vi. Yeah. I think he I say he win this one. I think it would be in his best interest to just, gracefully, humbly go out on top. I
Now, of
don't
course.
think there's anything else that he needs to prove, even to himself. I think he is what he did, what he did in Cleveland. He came back to LA and he did it his way, his time, and he took all the heat, the flack. I don't think nephew. I don't think he needs to prove anything, man. I think he should basically
I
just bow
mean,
out. He said,
he and the thing is, what people always try to compare the two, you can't compare two different styles.
right,
You know what I'm saying?
right,
LeBron is a team oriented basketball. He's the if you had a basketball guidebook, you put LeBron James in there because he gonna have the fundamentals, the pass and making the right pass. He
right,
just do everything and then can play all five positions.
right.
When Jordan just is a killer, like I'm gonna cut your fucking throat out your motherfucking. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna
Yeah,
come out. Jordan is a walking 30 points, man. every night in, night out. He gonna give you that work, you know, and that's just who Jordan was. And you know, like people criticize LeBron, or you don't take the shot, but but don't nobody say, well, he made the pass to an open person,
Right.
you know. But you know, that's just the difference in their game. It's two different styles. Jordan is more of a killer. LeBron is more like Magic Johnson. He can facilitate, but then he can score at will. It's shit's
Right.
crazy, man.
Right. Yeah, and the players today have a lot more say so and maneuver than they did back then with their salary and their
Yeah.
cap, and you know they really have that. Yeah.
That player
Hell yeah.
out that
Right.
these
Right.
players can choose to go and play where they want to go play. And that
Right.
was a big deal back in the day that caused a lot of athletes to not be able to win a ring because of the franchise tag that shit back in the
Right.
day. Pick you on a sorry ass team and make you stay there 10 years before you can leave. Now you out of your prime. Shit,
Right.
no ring.
In Jordan era, he ain't get rich off an NBA contract. Jordan got wealthy off of Nike.
Right.
Shoot, they weren't making that type of money, man. You got
When you look at you gotta look at it. A mid-level player now is making anywhere from $8 to $25 million. That's a mid-level. When you a supermax player now, look at what Dame is getting, bro. Dame is getting $63 million a season. We not talking about his Adidas, the Modelo, all the other shit. We talking about this NBA contract. Dame Lillard is getting $63 million. That's ridiculous.
Man, LeBron James' son got an NIL deal for $7 million, man. Out of high school.
Facts.
Oh, let me.
Son got Shador. Look, I mean, this shit is different, bro. It ain't, and I honestly think with the NIL and it's gonna take that. Some of these athletes, you know, coming out of high school, getting them millions of dollars, man, it's gonna change their hunger, man. You know, that's a lot of money to put on an 18-year-old, $7 million, and expect him to still be hungry. You know, some of them gonna be disciplined, but you're gonna have them. You're gonna have some of them that come from the hood. You know what I'm saying? $7 million, shit.
Right. Yeah, let me say this, nephew. A couple of things to get us back in line. One, I did read one of the comments from our your platform family members that had a concern, and they pretty much was stating, and you had commented on it. They pretty much were stating that they enjoy the platform. They enjoy everyone on the platform. However, the individual found it very difficult to follow each platform guest's thought process, because when they were speaking and they were getting their thought across in their perspective, they were always cut off. And then that kind of continued to happen, and it kind of jumbled, I guess, like a train wreck. And so they just was saying basically in that paragraph the nephew put on the platform, they put on the screen, that if we can just make those adjustments and let each individual that come on the panel be able to get their thought process across and address to whatever topic we're on. And nephew might have to mute us and select as we have came in and give us a number. And once he calls that number, how we come in like that, then we can make that point. And then nephew also and Miss Lavish Lady, you might have to put like a timer on it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I had said that myself. I'm gonna have to give a little time or give us 2 minutes to, you know, each person 2 minutes expression, then give us 2 minutes for replies, you know,
Right.
Replies, because that's important that we keep it clean for people to understand and make sure that the point don't be overshadowed by over talking. You
Right.
know, because people listen and they like what we all say, and they like to hear all of our perspectives, because, like I say, all of us have independent opinions that we form together to come to one conclusion. And
Right.
that's the good thing about the platform, that people like to hear
Right.
different perspectives, and when we bring all those perspectives together, and then we form a conclusion and say, well, Demetrius Smith, ain't no way this marriage license was filed if you didn't follow these steps. And if no application was presented, no identification to prove the proof of age was presented, is all of this is critical. And I had screenshots to come in, and I said I was gonna post it for everybody to see. But we were just talking about, but Andrea, it ain't nothing but the passion that people have talking
Right.
about. And I can understand you want to say something, because a lot of times when that shit hits you, we've been talked about something 2 minutes ago, and it'll finally recollect in your brain. You're like, let me get this shit out.
Right.
I understand that aspect of it as well. So, but we gonna have, the way we gonna probably do it is, gonna give each person 2 minutes to speak, and when they get done speaking, we gonna allow you to ask whoever to respond that you want to hear respond. Like if I say my 2 minutes and I say, well, Dean, what you think about what I said? Dean respond, then Dean, you can be like, oh, what you think about that? So just keep it organized.
That's good. That's good, nephew. That's good. That's good. I like that.
We'll try that out and see how it work out. And from there, we'll give at least 2 or 3 people a chance to respond to each person statement, and then we'll go to the next person to allow everyone to speak. And most definitely, when the ladies on the panel, we're gonna allow them to go first. So
right. And also, nephew, along with that, when it goes around, everybody comment on whatever that topic at hand. We can ask the chat family, because the chat family, I know they be feeling like they're left out. You know what I mean? And I don't want the chat to feel like that.
I said we got the best chat on these YouTube streets.
Yeah, we got it.
I'll put my chat family against anybody chat.
I'm gonna yield back, nephew. I ain't gonna say no. I'm gonna yield back. I don't want to get.
Nah. Say it. Say it.
I don't want no smoke. I don't want no smoke.
I take my chat and go anywhere with these people. They don't talk crazy, and they be having knowledge. They be having knowledge about what we talking about. They not just coming on here typing no crazy shit. They really be in tune with what we saying. So when I say I would go to war with this chat family I have over here, because I know they not gonna go on no platform and embarrass us. You know what I'm saying? Because they get their information, they follow us, they compare their information to what we talk about, and we all have similar thoughts to what's going on. So hell yeah, I'll pack this chat family up on a bus and we gonna go to war.
Yes, sir.
Nobody want my opinion in the crew.
What's that? What was that?
Sorry, somebody.
What up, Lex?
What's up, man? I'm checking in with y'all boys. I'm outside, so I didn't want to come on, but I want to check in with y'all, man. Make sure everything's good.
Hey, brother Lex.
Everybody good. Everybody good. And everybody good on the channel and everything.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it's kind of noisy where I'm at, so I said let me go and check in with you boys. Make sure everybody have a good weekend. For those who are mothers, happy Mother's
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Yeah. So, nephew, do you know if that information that we received last night about that lawsuit and everything, and also it was stated that that David Orr had a testimony in court.
Oh, he testified, saying it wasn't his signature.
Right. So that is documented, and that was in New York. Am I correct? I heard that.
We had to find it.
Yeah. So I'm thinking, nephew, is there any way that can help if Miss Bungie could present that, but then the obstruction charges that he was found innocent of, that was obstruction of the case in 2008, correct? That had nothing to do with the bribing the official account, was it, or is that one of the same?
Correct. The obstruction was for the '08, basically the CP. The obstruction had nothing to do with the New York, because remember, Aaliyah was brought to the New York one.
What up, J
Oh,
Rock? What up, Christy? Coco Chick?
so I'm
Yeah.
like, man, so that right there um, puts that to bed, man.
Then that girl, then Andrea brung out, man, I went back and looked at that video. You remind me of my G. I'm like, damn, man, Carrie and Kels look like they could have been twins, man.
Wow, wow,
One
But
just a shade, one of them just a little darker than the other.
right, right,
facts.
right, wow. Hmm. So back then, was he his body double in some incidents
He
when they
said
was?
it was on. He said that on the Wendy Williams that he used to be a body double for his brother.
Wow. Hmm.
How good of a body double were you? Because
I'm not gonna test that.
you might have been the goddamn body itself.
I'm I'm not gonna touch it. I'm not gonna touch it.
Yeah. So with this
Yeah.
with this new information about the marriage certificate and all the other components that had everything, had everybody looking toward, well, he really did marry her. With this new leaked information, this should put everything to rest for the people who have common sense, and for those who don't have common sense, stop running from the truth because we steady putting it out there. We steady digging up stuff that's been hidden for years, which I feel like a lot of people who have common sense pretty much knew that this was a publicity stunt, aka I want to try to get back at Tails with the best way I can because he cut me off on the money. So
Right.
for everybody who think alike or should be thinking that way, the truth is coming out, and it's pretty much gonna be more coming out with these pills coming up. Pretty sure there's gonna be more things that we've been saying is gonna be coming out as well. So just everybody just brace yourself.
Brother Lex, let me ask you something.
Yes, sir.
Um, when that information was shared, and a couple up on the panel mentioned that it was our first time ever hearing that about Miss Aaliyah lawsuit, and David Orr testimony was given that it was falsified. When that first hit your mind that she filed a lawsuit against them, what went through your head? What was the first impact that when you first heard that? Was it like it blew your mind? Was it was like you like whoa? It
Yeah.
must it must went out.
So I don't know.
Yeah.
That was my biggest thing for coming on. You know, why the thought was fresh on my mind to speak to the process of obtaining the process of becoming married in the state of Illinois. And we see that the process is the application, proof of ID. So you probably gotta have the proof of identification to age before you should have proof of identification to age before you even start the application. You know, um,
Right.
in certain states they're not gonna even give you an application if you don't
Right.
even have all your proofs. You
Right.
know, before they give it to you, they tell
Right.
you what got this, you got this, you need to go back and get this, and then we'll be able to give it to you, just to make
Right.
sure you got all
Right.
the work you
Right.
need, you got all the identification that you
Right.
need.
Yeah.
So they want the application, proof of identification, and proof of age, and then you pay your $60 application fee. And then if you ever been married, you gotta have proof that you've been divorced. And if you've been divorced in the last 6 months, you gotta have your divorce decree. So that's that. And we know according to testimony that, well, no ID was presented, no proof of age was presented. No application was presented. So those are discrepancies for me. That how can someone file this certificate on file if you don't even have the first two steps, the application or the goddamn identification? So I ain't gonna hold y'all long. I know it's Saturday, and y'all probably gonna get out. Big vibe. Look like the sun out a little bit. Supposed to rain, I don't know. But I'm finna open my windows up, sit on my patio, lay back and chill, have me a drink, do a little thinking, and see where I find myself at in life today. Tomorrow's Mother's Day, like you say, happy Mother's Day to everyone. I don't really get too up about it. Yeah, my mother's still here, but my grandmother no longer still here, and that was my grandmother was my grandma. She was my mama. She was my best friend. So Mother's Day don't always. It haven't been the same around here for a minute. I know it's probably gonna be a difficult time for my son, so I'm gonna step away from this internet stuff until Monday, and just really, sit down and spend some time with my son, watch some movies, and just talk about some stuff and make sure his head in a clear space.
Right. Right. Right.
One of those situations.
Yeah.
So I ain't gonna hold y'all too much longer. When the people say, this happened or that happened, we just put out the proof. We put out the video, we put out the content. So if somebody try to tell y'all, some of y'all tell them, hey, this happened, that happened. Well, they say, y'all lying, that didn't happen. Y'all always got the video evidence to come back to and say, well, then I can show you this. You know what I'm saying? I can show you that. We making people shut up. Shut up. I don't want to hear it. Ashley say, hold on, I'm just getting off work. It ain't got nothing to do. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Ashley. I'm finna get ready to get off, man. Like you say, if everything is turned out to be a certain way, I don't know. I don't know if I might just come on later on if I had the time. I can come on and play some music for the mothers. Come on and just play some music for about an hour for the mothers, and so y'all can enjoy yourself listening to some good music for about an hour or so. That's just my appreciation and the platform appreciation to everybody that comes over and rock with us. What up, Chi-Town Finance, my girl? What up, Chi-Town? Yeah, so I'm gonna take the rest of the day off. I hope everybody had a good time over here. Go back and watch the replay. Make sure you leave a comment. Let me know what y'all think about the content. Well, me and my son, we about to go and probably gonna sit on the patio and talk about some stuff and just prepare ourselves for tomorrow. My little bro Dean, salute to you, my boy.
I love you, my brother. Spend Spend what you call it as much time with your little man. Always remember, I know you always tell about your situation that your son mom passed. Ain't nothing wrong with playing the mother role also, bro. Because you always gotta do it somehow, like, or some form of fashion. Sometimes we gotta put our pride to the side. There's times I had to play a mother role to my.
Dean fell off. But yeah, man, we gonna make the best out of it. And for the most part, just I'm trying to keep my son in good spirit. So I know his day, may not be as his day may be a little difficult than mine. So, but we gonna make it through it, and we gonna get through it. This gonna be going on our second year at this thing. So, it don't never get easier, but it's life. It goes on. So, all right, everyone, Miss Lavish Lady, V White, what's going on? Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. Happy Mother's Day to all the potential future mothers. Happy Mother's Day, and yeah, to the mothers to be. Happy Mother's Day to y'all too. Yeah. So, all right, man. Make sure y'all catch the replay if y'all just coming in. Leave a comment. Let me know what y'all think. All right. And if y'all haven't already, man, get over and order y'all a t-shirt, man. Big Val Opinion. Click the link. Go and cop you a t-shirt, man. $25 for the Big Val Opinion merchandise. If you haven't already copped you a t-shirt, go and cop you a t-shirt. Put that Big Val Opinion on your chest and be proud of it. Let me know you represent it. Let me know you represent it. If you like to donate to the channel, $ Big Val Opinion at Cash App, $ Big Val Opinion. I appreciate you all. If you all have any information that y'all would like to talk about, for us to discuss, email me at bigvalopinion88@gmail.com. I will gladly look at the information and try and bring it on the platform and have a discussion. Continue, send your letters. The BOP. We cannot allow this BOP situation to die out. So remember, send your letters. Continue to send your letters. Continue to send your letters. Continue to pray for our brother Robert. Continue to pray for anyone that's in need out there. Let's keep Jean and her law group in our prayers, man. Let's just pray for strength for each and every one of us as individuals, man, because guess what, man? We all here each and every day in the chat, coming and going back and forth. We might well pray for each other and wish nothing and hope nothing but the best for each other, because this ain't nothing but one big family. Even though it's via YouTube, it's one big family. So with that being said, it's your boy, Big Val Opinion, signing out. Until next time, I love each and every one of y'all. And it ain't a damn thing y'all can do about it.